Hey guys, welcome to the part 2 video of our is it control deck. Yeah, and this is unfortunately we ran out of time in the first video, so we're just doing the second part here. This is the final boss, and I think we're just gonna play Lock Dragon here, and then I don't know why they don't allow us to keep a blue, so we can have a way to attack past the trebuchet, and then hopefully just discard land into another land. Because we need to kind of get some damage across, and we don't want this thing pinging us to death, so I think it's fine, reasonable losing a land here, and then hopefully he doesn't kill my Mad Ratter. Essentially, I can start attacking the dragon next turn. I can chump block the 5/5 all day, and go from there. And then next turn, maybe I can untap, having Runaway up together. But yeah, this 5/5 is just not going to get through this wall of mice, so good luck with that. He could give it Bargain and trample over, but I mean, he doesn't have a million Bargains to use all day, so. If he plays this, I might just Scorching Dragon far away the Brimstone Trebuchet. And I think I will, and I can discard the Hoarder. I mean, I could just attack. There's really no need to even use it, to be honest, so I think that's fine. Just gonna attack with the Lock Dragon. Like, maybe I get one more extra point of damage with the Tome Raider, but this is still okay. Ooh, that's good. So I might just Dragon Fire away the Trebuchet here. And then keep up Slaying Fire. And run away together. I mean, he can activate this too, but it's a ton of mana, so. And I think we're going to say go and keep up our instances. And yeah, I think we got this game covered. If we're able to keep both of our flyers alive and chump block this 5/5 all day, we should be fine. I don't really care about this. It's probably worse than a Trebuchet since it's forced to pay mana, which is funny enough. I could even put a bunch of stuff in front of this Rampart Smasher and just kill it. Which could be the reasonable play now, given that, yeah, I think we still chump. Maybe we wait a couple more turns until we do so, but this is fine. And I can even stack the Egg end of turn just to gain some life so I don't die. You have a removal spell in response to this, I guess. A Thrill of Possibilities, or a way to kill my Lock Dragon. He might just take out the Mad Ratter, but that's fine. Maybe I can win the game in the air. Wow, Fling, jeez, that's reasonable. Okay, so I guess now the win condition is to kill him in the air. I actually don't mind just using this on the Merchant of the Veil now, so he doesn't get to have the chance to use it. And then I can also just turn this into a pumpkin, and I mean, I can also just attack with everything and then just turn to a pumpkin. Don't think I need to run away together. Land is fine. And then I might as well keep up turn into a pumpkin here. Yep. Could also play land to gain Adamant. Maybe that was the right play. Could have taken it and maybe bounced it back, but this is still fine. There's no mono red card that can counter a turn to a pumpkin, so. Yep, and we got him. Okay, sweet. I managed to finally get a 7-1 with a pretty busted Is It Control, draw your second cards matter archetype. We only lost against one opponent, and that was a mirror match. And fortunately enough, we didn't face too many mill decks. We faced it mostly like mono red, mono white decks that were just trying to force aggro all day, and basically we just outvalue them with card advantage and high toughness blockers like Quarter Monitor, and we just kill all their stuff essentially in order to win the game. So yeah, this deck was really awesome, and let's do a quick overview of this deck since this is the part 2 video and there's only like a few minutes of recording this. Might as well get your values where if you want to see the first portion, the draft portion, and see like the rest of the other games, just watch the first part video. So yeah, it was pretty nice. Yeah, we first picked the Royal Scions. and then pack 3, pick 1 was the Ironcrag Pyromancer, which like made this deck even better. We picked Royal Scions into Fairy Vandal, into I think a Tome Raider, into a Turban into a Pumpkin, and then into like a Tome Raider into a Lock Dragon, which was pretty insane. But overall, this deck could have been perfect if it had an Improbable Alliance on turn 2. Could have played Improbable Alliance and instead of Quarter Monitor, so it can make tokens to block and trade with instead of playing the 1/4. But I'm still really impressed by the Quarter Monitor as a good defensive creature in the set, given again there's a lot of 1 toughness knights this can block. So I actually value this more than the Crashing Drawbridge, funny enough, since the Crashing Drawbridge can maybe in other sets it could be more powerful, since you can like haste out a large creature to attack or a nice flyer if you're already stalling out the game. But the Quarter Monitor definitely helped us this entire game, so quite happy with it. So in terms of removal, Red Cat Melee was amazing. Only played it like a couple of games, like maybe once or twice, but still really good. Scorching Dragonfire, great. Had a choice to pick the second Scorching Dragonfire. A second Slaying Fire over the second Scorching Fire, but just took the Scorching Dryer just for efficiency, and I wasn't sure if I was even gonna get Adamant with red to enable the Slaying Fire's deal 4. But regardless, I think if it was a pack 1 pick 1 scenario, if I had a choice between Scorching Dragonfire and Slaying Fire, I would definitely take Slaying Fire over Scorching Dragonfire, since it has a little bit more upside and could be a more stronger spell since it can go face. But the efficiency of Scorching Dragonfire just only being 2 mana saved our butts, especially in a deck that's looking to discard cards and not sometimes to draw instead of drawing cards right away. And then in terms of interaction, we had also double turn to Pumpkin, Moonlit Scavengers on 6, which I didn't use too much. I think I only used it in 1 game. But we also have Ironcrag Pyromancer, which can deal damage, and I guess also Runaway Together, which I also didn't. I only used in 1 game. It was pretty nice. We got the bounce back a Tome Raider and also a token, so that was sweet. In terms of card advantage, there was Thrill of Possibilities, Opt, Golden Egg, Royal Scions, Casting, Merchant of the Veil, double Tome Raider, and also double Turn to Pumpkin. So yeah, we had the removal, the card advantage, and the payoffs include like Fairy Vandal, the Ironcrag Pyromancer, and the Mad Ratter are 3 payoff for like win conditions. Our 3 win conditions here, pretty nice. But we also have like backup flyers to help us kill them, like the Lock Dragon, Mad Ratter tokens, of course, and the double Tome Raider. So it was quite nice. And in 1 game, we even managed to ultimate the Royal Scions because it was a mono white deck that just wanted to ignore the Royal Scions, and I think that was a huge mistake. But either way, I don't think, maybe he thought that he couldn't win the game anyways if he didn't get my life total to 0. So I guess that was a reasonable decision, actually. And we even had like Hypnotic Sprite as a really nice counterspell, and the creature that we played out to just block. So not bad, and 17 lands was completely perfect for this deck. Could have ran 18 lands because again, the Lock Dragons and Thrill of Possibilities and Merchant want us to discard a card and draw first, which can be kind of whatchamacallit, awkward if you don't have any lands in hand. So maybe so I should have maybe just kept like maybe 1 extra land in my hand, just because I can end up drawing these discard abilities. But yeah, if it wasn't for the mill deck in this set, the blue-black mill deck, I think blue-red draw your card second matters could definitely been like the top tier archetype, since it can basically win against any aggressive deck, and it can also just provide so much card advantage and options that it's difficult to deal with if you don't kill the blue-red deck right away. Since if you're the opposing player, you don't get that excellent card selection advantage that you have in the blue-red deck. And you're just forced to just rely on curving out and attacking. So yeah, not bad. And yeah, we even get to pick up the Planeswalker, of course, which, the next set, the Royal Scions is in Strixhaven University. I forgot what the Planes was. I think it starts with A or something. But Strixhaven's a university, and the Royal Scions are part of it. So it's going to be interesting to see how the story evolves. We might even see Garruk, because I remember Garruk chased the Royal Scions twins after they saved them in Throne of Eldraine, and I think that he's pursuing them, but we'll see. And then we didn't actually get to use the Mystic Sanctuary, so that's definitely very important to note. I like maybe playing 1 of these tap lands and like in a specific like color pair in this set, but I won't ever play 2, even if they're like different colors or the same color, since, you know, we barely even use this Sanctuary in any of our games, honestly. It just came in as one of our tap lands, so you can definitely get punished with this if you have too many copies and you're not playing in some sort of monocolor deck. I can see maybe like going 10-7 in a heavy blue deck, and the Mystic Sanctuary is fine, but even in like 9-8, it still wasn't great and barely did anything. So you don't need to overvalue these lands as much unless you're kind of like monocolor or almost. So yeah, yeah, this deck was pretty sweet. So I'm just gonna, you know, take a snapshot of this deck, and yep, hit the done button, and then we can take a snapshot of it here as well as our thumbnail, if in case we forget, and we're just gonna claim our prize. And let's open some Throne of Eldraine packs. Pack 1, pick 1, Throne of Eldraine. Turn to Pumpkin versus Falmer Knight. Probably Falmer Knight, because I think black is one of the best colors in the set. I think it's second behind green. The only thing lacking in black is kind of like the powerful aggressive creatures at common, but in terms of uncommons and rares, black is just amazing, really fantastic. And then of course Bacon to Apply and Reef Solar, excellent removal spell. This is just a great 2-for-1. You not only draw a card, but you put a 1/1 Death Touch, which is difficult, which can help trade off either in the early game or block or defend against an opposing deck that has a large creature. So I think it's Falmer Knight over Turn. Turn is also great though, and it would be my second pick out of this pack. Blue I think is a decent color in Throne of Eldraine. It wasn't as bad as it was in Theros Beyond Death, but it definitely improved since you know, the Merfolk Secret Keepers are great, and then the blue-red draw your second card's archetype is also quite good, and this is just also great. I wouldn't call this a 2-for-1. It's still a 1-for-1 because the opponent gets to play their spells, creature back, but it does buy you some time, and then just being able to gain that tempo advantage can be quite nice. So yeah, Turn to Pumpkin is great, but probably still take Falmer Knight over it. Yeah, this pack is interesting. Grumgully is quite strong, especially in red-green, obviously. Thunder Snapper, I would still play in a blue-green deck, and it's still good, but not as great because you don't want too many spells with mana cost 5 or greater. Otherwise, the curve can get kind of clunky. Like, I'd be happy playing Thunderous Snapper in basically any blue-green deck because it's looking to ramp and play a lot of expensive it's looking to play expensive curve toppers, but you don't usually want too many spells with mana cost 5 or greater, or else your deck is going to be kind of awkward. So sometimes Thunder Snapper doesn't get to gain the extra card in the blue-green deck, since it can be you don't usually end up having too many curve toppers too often to gain value off of this. So probably still lean towards Grumgully over Thunder Snapper, because as you can see in one of my games, the opponent curved out Wildwood Tracker into Wildwood Tracker, and he almost killed me. And you know, just the red-green aggressive decks can be quite strong in this set too. So yeah, I would take Grumgully over Outmuscle and Wicked Guardian just because it's a slightly more powerful. But Outmuscle is also a good fight spell. Obviously, it's better if you can enable Adamant. So I think Outmuscle is going to be best in some sort of mid-range type of green deck with Rosethorn Acolytes, which can enable Adamant for it easier, since Rosethorn can tap for mana, of course. In a red-green deck or a white-green Adventures deck where it's looking to play weenies and be hyper-aggressive is not going to be great, since it's not guaranteed that you gain Adamant, and even if you do, your creatures are going to be quite small, and they're not going to have enough toughness to survive the fight or kill anything large. So Outmuscle best, I think, in the mid-range green deck. So it's not actually that versatile, even though it's single green. Like, it's slightly more versatile than Grumgully, but I think Grumgully is just more powerful. So I would take Grumgully over Outmuscle, pack 1, pick 1, even though it's in 2 colors. So there you have it. The draft was really sweet, and then maybe I just do one more Kaldheim draft before the Strixhaven set arrives, and then just call it a day. So I can. Or maybe this is just my last video, since it was Will and Rowan as our poster childs. So who knows? But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys learned. Hope you guys enjoy some of this content. And yeah, maybe I do one more one more Kaldheim draft. I'm not sure if I want to do another Throne of Eldraine since I've done so much already in my past videos, and I've always somehow ended up in the blue-red draw your cards matter archetype, which is always seems to be open in bot drafting. Since I'd love to draft like a green-red or like a green-black or a green-blue deck once in a while, but they just don't let me for some reason. So yeah, maybe just do one more Kaldheim draft, and in the meantime, stay tuned for the next set, and hope you guys enjoy my video. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.